As Microsoft Teams is a replacement to Skype for Business, let's start with one of the main components, which is chatting. Select your chat button, and then to start a new chat, click the new chat icon, and you're going to go and search for the name of the person you want to chat with. The more you type, the more the information will try to match to something in the address book. So here's what I want, and I'm going to click on it, and now it'll fill in. Using the window below, go and start your conversation. So I'm going to say, are you ready for today's meeting? You can use the send button that looks like a paper airplane. You can see that she has responded with a question. Sure, but what time is it again? Now this shows this is a threaded conversation between her and I. The other thing with Microsoft Teams is this conversation is now going to be persistent. So I can pick it up and leave it at any time. Another benefit of persistence, unlike a Skype chat, as soon as Skype is closed, the chat is closed. With persistence, it will stay. I can also message her even if she's not here today, and the next time she's in, she'll see this chat. Here's a tip. If you have people that you know you're always going to be chatting with, you have the ability to pin their chat to the top of the list. So if this person is your buddy, you're going to go to the area where the chat is, right click on it, and pick pin. And you'll notice the push pin. What happens now is it stays up in the section called pinned, and the rest will just rotate themselves through on this recent list. So this is much easier to find your most common ones. Let's talk about some of the expanded functions inside chat. You can use this bottom message bar to send a quick message of one line. I'm just going to type one line. But you also have the ability to format and almost make it look more like an Outlook email. So we can click the Format button. Inside here, you'll notice some very common Microsoft formatting tools, bolding, italicize, underline, and so on. I can carry on with normal formatting as in Outlook or Word. I've made a few here already, made a list using the bulleted or numbered list. Just going to turn my highlighter pen on and so on. Once you're done, you again would click the paper airplane and send this to your coworker. The next is the urgency button. We can type in this box whatever we want, so I'm just going to type the word important. And then we go to the urgency button or the exclamation mark. So normally they go with a standard urgency. You can use the important urgency, and you'll notice it types the red important already for me, and we'll just send that one. Another urgency is the urgent one. Now, be aware that the person is going to be notified every 2 minutes for 20 minutes. So make sure that you don't use this more often than you need to. When you send the urgent tab, the end recipient will also get an email from the Microsoft Teams system letting them know that you are urgently trying to reach them in Teams. Next, let's talk about sharing a file. So very similar to Outlook, you're going to use your paperclip icon, and you have the choice of either uploading from OneDrive, which we'll discuss later, but it is your cloud drive, or uploading from your computer. So if we go upload from computer, I don't have a lot of options, but we will go to our documents, and then we'll go here and pick the document, and we'll say open. So you'll notice a couple things here. It preloads it into the Teams software, but it also gives you a chance to type a message. This is the document we need to discuss, but it hasn't been sent yet. And this is a catch-up moment that you need to be aware of. Even though it looks like it hasn't gone. So you still need to click your paper airplane and click send. For those of you that are wondering, yes, you have the ability to drag and drop. So if you open up your files and wherever they live on your computer, you can then go find your document. I have found it, the same document. You can left click and you can drag it, and you'll notice it says drop your files here. also a copy command, not a move command. And we let go, and there it does. And it goes through the same process as we did already. We're going to have a separate section on using files within Teams. But I just want to let you know that when I shared that second file, because it was the same one, I get this pop up. And basically, it doesn't want you to have multiple copies of the same document. So it's saying to me, hey, you've put this document here. It has the same name as something you've already put up in Teams. Do you want to cancel that option, keep both, or replace it with this one so it only keeps one copy? So in my case, I'm going to go replace, and it will put it there. And this would be obviously if you're making updates to the document. And more on files in another section. Here's a quick little part on some of the fun parts of Teams. So as in Skype, you have emoticons that you can use. So if I open up the happy face, you'll see a lot of different emoticons, and you use them the same way that you did in Skype. Select it and click send, and it will show for your recipient. The new fun tool is the use of GIFs and memes. So we click on the GIF icon, and you have the ability to share or search an endless database of them. I'm just going to write coffee break, and you pick whatever one you want. So let's just pick time for a break, and you'll notice you get a preview of the window, and we go send, just like the other one. Let's talk a little bit about editing our messages. So once we've sent something and we want to go back and edit it, we can click on the message, and you'll notice I have the ability to go to the ellipsis or the more options. Inside the more options, I have the ability to go edit. This will allow me to go back into the text and let's say, and comment. And then I use the check mark, and then it'll go with the updated one. I also have the ability to delete my comment. Okay, so we can go delete. And same thing, this message has been deleted. Now I see that, but the person on the other end of my thread doesn't see that. Now because of persistence, I don't have the ability to delete this whole chat. It stays here basically forever, but I do have the ability to manage the parts that I have sent. Another shortcut from inside of a chat is you can make a chat a call, either a video call or an audio call. So all we need to do there, if I want to call this person, is go up here to the right-hand side to the telephone icon and click call. So what this does, this will function exactly like a Skype's call, and it's calling her Microsoft Teams.